Yo, GGWP here, bringing you another Summoners War Siege video, and this time we're up against ValarDohaeris2 and clan SinBragas. So Valar are using the Zenobias on the 4-star, Ciara Bastet Kens, and Ryus. Okay. Clan SinBragas got Sylvia's on tower 10. Okay, and Heartite. Ciara Clara Theomars. And for the 4-star, more Zenobias. Okay. This one is with Shina Martina. Okay. So we go straight into our first battle. Okay, so I'm thinking here, Leo counters Theomars, right? Because his S1 will deal less damage because it's proportionate to his speed. So I can bring this team that I normally use on Kimun Orion Savannas and Galin Clara Savannas and just Savannas in general, right? So Theo here works somewhat kind of like Savannah, in which his damage comes, well, partially his damage comes from his speed. We're a bit lucky at the start because Ciara bombed one of my units that had will, which worked out for us, but I don't think it mattered nonetheless, because as long as Jean and Leo are on the field, I can always 2v3 them basically, unless I get a lot of procs, but pretty safe counter against this, I think. Another way you can do this is maybe you outspeed them with like Lucian if you've got insane swift sets. Oh, I remember this. Oh my god. So basically here with this team you survive and then you try and dish out damage and kill one of them, but they got insanely amount of turns and procs, which didn't help out at all, and we lost this. My Tractor is quite tanky though. He's like 20k HP plus 20k and then like plus 1200 defense. But he went down rather fast there. I don't like facing Zenobas. They're like 2 RNG if you don't outspeed them. They're like Garo, Rock, and Verd, I think. I like this team better, but you've seen before, if Xian misses the bomb, it's like game over, right? Sorry. Here I like to kill the Shiner first, because Zenobia can always cleanse the bomb. You just basically have to, it depends on your Xian's damage, but as soon as Shan is like half HP, she'll die to the bomb, so you can start focusing on the units. Here you can see them trying hard to try and kill this Kamon, which not working, but good for us. We managed to bounce back from that loss. Because these teams, this one and the last one, like turn 2 comps, so you have to have extra tankiness on your monsters to be able to survive, because you have to count that they will always proc, right? And if you can't survive turn 1, then you're basically lost, right? I don't have insanely good swift sets, otherwise I would just outspeed and go for the first turn and then just change swift sets, but my swifts are bad. Here I'm thinking I don't like this without Shiner, to be honest. Belita is not a reliable as reliable as Shiner here. You can just basically put a light tank and he'll tank him for days. So I've got like 2 fire units, so Zenobia and Belita will always target the Escher. Pretty easy win. I changed that defense, to be honest. It's like the other one, what's the light one called? Deva? I think it's Deva. You can always like put a Jultan in that team, and same principle, right? Here I knew that it was a Vio Bastet, so I just Lucianed. Even though my Swift sets are bad, I know I can outspeed, and my Lucian is terrible. He hits like 13k cards, which is mediocre at best. So I have to face this again. I tried this team out against my guildies, because we're not used to facing these kind of defenses. So we had someone build a defense so we can all test and stuff. Because here the reliable stripper is Ken, right? But also the damage, most of the damage will come from him. So I don't see this defense being as good as your normal meta defense that you see, like the Savannahs and Ethnas and all that stuff. Because Ciara was always bombed at water units, unless, well, if that's a Viocan, he managed to strip and then put branding on one of my fire units, then Ciara will bomb them. But other than that, I don't see this defense succeeding that much. At least my guild didn't have any. Well, some of them struggled, but most of us didn't have any problems with this defense. Well, it's not like there's a lot of RNG involved, right? Ken is not a reliable stripper, because he derps a lot as well. It's like Ryu. What a Ryu on defense. Like, on paper, he should be like, because he owns in RTA, right? So he should be good in defense, but no, he's just bad. He derps every time. He does an S2, which is like his only skill. He always S1s. I know this because we've got Ryu defense as well, and they suck terribly. We had this Galin Ken Ciara defense, which also sucked, because same principle, right? Because Ken won't S2 at all, and Clara will always strip and stun, right? On paper, Ken should be better than Clara, but just bad AI. This defense, what did I do? Oh, Tiana. This probably isn't the best counter for this. Neither was the last team, but I just decided I wanted to YOLO because this siege was, I think it was already won by then. So I just had a bit of fun. But here, even though Gianna didn't S3 there, it's fine because my Tiana would cleanse, right? So here the main threat is the Ciara. She needs to die ASAP. Luckily she bombed my Tian rather than Gani, which is good for us. Yeah, didn't have any difficulties this siege, other than that Zenobia defense that just wrecked me hard. Yeah, and this is pretty much it, I think. Most of us didn't manage to get all our attacks in, so yeah, sorry guys. I'll do my 10 wings next siege hopefully, because it should be a top 20 siege. So yeah, Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.